my body, and the next person is going to say her name, in the case your name, and you're going to say my name is, and then you say my name, and then you follow my movement. Did you get it? Is it clear? No, it's the same in sense. Yeah, it's like my name is Beatrice, and this is my movement, and then you say, okay, my name. What's your name?
My name is Charles.
Charles?
Charles.
Okay, so you say my name is Charles, and then you say, then you do your movement, and then you say Beatrice, and then Charles. I don't know. And then we go repeating each other's names until it goes back to me, and I have to say all of your names. Yeah, actually, I'm in the worst spot. Okay, so hi everyone. My name is Beatrice, and I'm from Brazil.
I don't know. My name is Charles.
And you're from?
I'm French.
And no, and then you say my name, and then you do my movement. Yeah. So you say, I'm Charles. This is your movement, right?
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
Charles.
And Beatrice, and then you repeat my name, and then he's going to repeat both our names and both our movement.
I'm Charles. It's Beatrice.
Okay. Cool.
My name is Jacob.
Ah.
I'm from Germany. This is Leo.
It's like,
I don't know.
yeah. So yeah.
Jacob.
Jacob. Okay. Cool. Jacob. Okay. I got it. My name is Christy. I'm from the US. This is Jacob and Charles. Okay, cool. My name is also Emma. Emma and Nicholas and Charles, Jacob, Christy, and I'm from the US. My name is Annie. I'm from France. Then Emma, Christy, Isabel, Charles, yes.
My name is Alex. This is Emma. This is Emma. This is Christy. This is Jacob. This is Charles. And this is Beatrice.
Oh my God. Okay, your turn. It will come from the start. Okay, we'll help you. Yeah. My name is Vladimir, and my sign is you were like very like Emma. Oh yeah, Emma. Oh my God.
Whatever is like this.
So I'm Emma. My t-shirt. And then got this, Charles, Jacob, Christy, Emma, Alex. And you are? And am I again? Yeah. Here. Yes. Sorry. So, what's the name again? Lucy. Lucy. So, sorry. Okay, right? And this is and music. So there's a color. And okay, I was like, okay, how do we do this? And it's like, oh my god, that one it hurts. Oh yeah, you took them. I didn't. No, but just say your name and your name.
My name is Julie, but
Everyone. Okay,
that's it. My name.
so we may all sit right now. And, does anyone have an idea why I did this dynamic before we started? No? Yes? No? Okay, Jacob, what's your idea?
Because it really helps you learning in a fun way.
Yeah. So, how many of you have been to sessions where at first you present your name? Like, how many? Like, here. How many of the names that you've heard you remember right now? Do you remember almost all the names? Okay, we have a genius right here.
Almost. No, like last one.
Okay, so I have some fun. My memory is terrible. I've been to lots of sessions and heard lots of names, but I cannot remember. So, and it's like I'll probably look at word three and I'll remember her name, but I'll question her then because it's like you create associations in between movement and name, and that helps you learn. So we're here to talk about pedagogy of love. And pedagogy of love is a different way of understanding education. So there are no strict guidelines, there are no rules or procedures to understand pedagogy of love. Just understand that learning and teaching is a way of loving. So I want to ask you some questions. Can you tell me one experience of learning that you remember from your childhood, like from when you were children, and like the teacher, a smell, something that happened in the classroom, something your mom taught you, anything that has to do with learning, and that is from like the beginning of your life. So, who wants to start? Anyone? I'll choose someone. Okay, I'll start. Okay, Emma. Okay, anyone else? Want to share a story? Anyone? Oh, oh, cool. Cool. Anyone else want to share a story? I'm going to share one. I have a very old memory from a teacher, and she was such a good teacher. I can't remember a single word that she taught me. I can't remember which subjects she was teaching, but I can remember that she was such a loving person, and her name was Isabel. And then when my little sister was born, my parents were looking for a name, and I just loved that teacher so much that I named my little sister after her name. So I have like an old teacher whose name is Isabel, and my old sister is also my little sister is also Isabel. And the reason I'm asking you guys all these questions is because like when you learn, you don't remember if it was a book or if it was like a PowerPoint presentation or if which was the number of the page or I don't know that chemistry formula from sixth grade. You remember the person. And that's what's lacking with our education nowadays. Our education is dehumanized. So we are treated as machines that are supposed to work in a certain way. And then when we don't work that certain way, we are like branded as maybe mentally like not fitted and sent to a special school or something like that. But what is the root of all education? Love. So whenever remember like her mom telling her to make paintings, and when like you remember your friends telling you how to lace your shoes, you remember the pedagogy of love because you remember what's underneath it all. So I work with children, and I work with very non-privileged children. I work in favelas in Brazil. Do you know what's favela? Do y'all know? Okay, so what happens is that our children, they don't have love at their houses, they don't have love in their families. Some of these children, they are sons of drug dealers, or their mothers are prostitutes, and sometimes their grandparents are in jail. So what do these children have when they go to school, when they go to the NGO we were working at? They don't really have anything. So I went to the community thinking I was going to teach environmental education. Thinking. But then I realized that those children were teaching me about love. They were teaching me about reality, about life. And I worked there. I've been working there for the past 3 years. And this year I did like an internship in Canada. And this sounds great. So I did an internship abroad, and I was away for 6 months. So most of my friends were like, okay, I'm forgetting about you because you were away for 6 months. When I went back home, so let's remember like the movement of life while we wait for the video to be over. Is it over? Yeah. So yeah, I was away for 6 months, for half a year. And then I went back home last week before I came to Paris. And I only went there for like only a short morning because we have environmental education through drama lessons. And then we teach drama and we build plays with the basis of environmental education. And then I went there just to see a rehearsal. And then I was like, okay, they probably won't remember me because they're what, 7 years old? Half a year is like 1/14 I don't know how to say that in English, of their lives. Probably they won't remember me. But they were like, so when I got there, they were all hugging me and kissing me and asking me when I would go back, like, when are you going to stop traveling? When are you going to be here for real? And I'm like, what did I teach? What did I teach them? Yeah, I thought I was going to teach them about climate change and about like ocean pollution. They got it. Yeah, I did understand it better now. But the thing that you say today, at the same time, like really important for them is the law we get. And what does that have to do with climate change? Climate change can be a very, very boring subject. Like for me, I've been working with climate change for a while now, and it's still being boring. And if you go to children and if you go to youth, like imagine that you go to youth and they don't have food in their tables, they don't have love from their parents, they don't have education, they don't have anything. Sometimes they don't have access to the toilet. And you go there to talk about climate change, they're going to be like, okay, what does it have to do with me? Like, it has nothing to do with me. And that's the situation with most youth and most children in the world. And we are here talking about climate change from our like privileged perspective. How are these people going to listen? How are these people going to understand what we're saying if we don't speak it through love? Because love is a language that everybody can understand. So I'm pretty sure that you all at least remember most of our names right now, and we remember the movements, and we remember most of the things that happened here because we were paying attention, because it was a person. It wasn't just like a name written on the wall or a text written on a book. It was a person saying her name, making a movement that has to do with the name, and like acting accordingly. And it's a person. So we are human beings, and when we are educating, when we when we are talking to people, it's important to remember that there is another human being on the other end of the line. That there is a person, that there's someone who wants to learn and someone who wants to be loved and to love. So that's my experience that I wanted to share with you. I've been working with environmental education and with children and problematic youth for a while now, and that's what I wanted to share because I come from Brazil. And when we speak about climate change in Brazil, people look at it like we're crazy. Like, don't you have more important issues to deal with? Yep. It's difficult. It's difficult. It's difficult because when we got there and we wanted to talk about climate change, because we wanted to help and because to contextualize. I'm from university, and the community where I work, it's a very poor community, and we went there through an NGO that is a local NGO. So when we got there, we really wanted to help. You know, those youth, students. Thank you. So those students that just want to make a change in the world, don't know how, just want to help, and then we went there and we started doing a bunch of things at once, and then throughout time, we realized that they didn't really care about environmental education. They just cared that we were there trying to help somehow. The children, they don't want to know if we're telling them about climate change or global warming. They want to know if you're there every Saturday because you care. So it's like first we built this trusting network that we are going to be here no matter what. It's going to be raining, it's going to be crazy. Probably the street's going to be flooded because there is no draining system, but we're going to be here. That's what the children wanted to know. And when we realized we were going to be there, we started understanding also their language, because sometimes when we want to teach something, we are so eager to teach that we think that our language is the language it's supposed to be spoken. But children, you guys, you have your own language, I have my own language. So understanding, you have to stop to listen. What is this person telling me first? What do these children want from me? What is their reality? How can I get out of my reality and understand their reality so I can help them through their perspective? So it's a very intense listening process because we tried to implement lots of projects that didn't work. We tried to composting, we tried to do urban agriculture, but it didn't work for simple reasons, it's by the coast, it's by the sea. There is a lot of wind coming from the ocean that comes with a lot of salt. So we tried to plant things, and the plants didn't grow because they would get burned. Simple things like that. But then we realized that because they are by the ocean, they care a lot about the ocean. So we started doing interaction with the theme of the ocean. So we have right now a project that we build surfing boards with PET bottles. And they really like it because they're surface, they like the ocean. They know that if they are reusing a PET bottle, a plastic bottle, it's one plastic bottle in the ocean, less pollution. And guess what? They have fun. And right now we are we have built a play that we are performing around the city right now that talks about ocean pollution and plastic bags, and the kids interact with the ocean. They are the ocean, they are the plastic bags. So also we have to understand their reality. What do they want to hear? How can I talk to them? Because the problem of communication is a big problem nowadays. Because people have messages, people want to say things, but they don't know how. And that's the thing. Speaking through love, I think it's very effective because you get the person's attention. So most of you didn't know what was the pedagogy of love, but because we had this crazy interaction in the beginning, everybody was at least paying a little bit of attention because everybody was like, okay, at least I want to find out what it is. So it's pretty much the same thing. So if you conquer the person's attention, if you conquer that through love, that person is going to listen to you no matter what. If you're talking about climate change, if you're talking about poverty, they're going to listen. And that's pretty much it. What I wanted to share. So I wanted to open the ground now in 5 minutes if you want to. Yeah, you take more time. Okay. So I wanted you to share experiences, like from your point of view, what do you think? Do you think this method is effective? What do you think? So raise your hands, ask questions, share comments. Anyone? So you said we are making serving boards from plastic bags. Oh, for plastic bottles. Bottles, yeah. So we've tried the surfing, the normal surfing board, the long board. It doesn't really work that well, but it works pretty well for stand-up paddle. Because stand-up paddle, it doesn't have to do like the maneuvers and things with lots of speed. It's just like paddling, and it's more stable. So we basically fill plastic bottles with lots of like carbon dioxide, and these bottles become like very stiff and float more than they would float normally. And then we get them to like it's a whole process. Like it's very technical, but it's also very simple. Like with the workshop, you can learn how to do it. But it's doable and it's pretty cool. Like we already have like a big one in this association, and we are like multiplying the process in other places. Everyone who asks us to give a workshop on how to build a stand-up paddle plastic bottle board, you can do it. It's doable. Promise you. Yep. I have a comment and a question. So, what would be if you had this approach? It's like I think it's really a lot about you because you really have to do a lot. You really have to do a lot before you want to do like make out each person in this like particular case, and so you invest a lot. But then isn't it sometimes may not happen that you have a lot of certain group of people you want all of them and you want to like you have this long approach to all of them, but then some of them you cannot you may have like not enough or not like different not the this approach to this person need because like every person everyone is each one has different needs and then you just don't get this need you cannot like understand it properly and then you may cause something like negative. You have like really, really great intentions, but the result might be not really positive, aren't you? Or did it happen in your case? Or yeah, like I think that's the problem when things happen in language. Because you can have really good intentions, but if you're not like ready to listen, to see what the other person is like feeling from your intentions, that's when it can go wrong. And we did that a lot in the beginning because we tried to implement projects that we thought it was good, but that the community didn't want to receive. It wasn't like their needs. And that's when we realized that, thank you for coming. And that's when we realized that we had to contextualize whatever we were doing. So it's difficult to treat each individual like as an individual. But that's the main. I wouldn't say that's the main challenge with climate change or with social projects or community work. That's the main challenge in life, I guess. Like treating people as people because it's pretty easy to just look at a community and say, okay, this is a community. They are all the same, and then you put them in the box. And then you look at at companies and oil companies, and you say, okay, these are the bad people. Let's put them in the box of the bad people. But then we forget that there are human beings behind those ads. There are human beings taking those decisions. How can I talk to these human beings in a way that they can listen? So it's really, really challenging and it can be really draining. But it does have results. Because when you reach that point where you're actually talking to the person, you are talking, that person is listening, and you're listening back, that's when the magic happens. Okay?
I was just going to say, I noticed the same thing. I worked at a shelter for domestic abuse victims, and I noticed like a lot like small things, but like not caring about things like recycling or like not taking reusable shopping bags and bringing home 40 plastic bags. And I realized like they don't care because like their like issues are so much more like poverty, like finding a stable home or whatever. And that was like very important for me to realize that like I'm privileged and I can care about the environment, but we need to bring it to a level for people that have more like urgent things to address. Like it's important to like realize from their perspective like why maybe it's so important to them. I just think it's really nice.
Yeah, and then like make it relevant older perspective too. Like, okay, so imagine that you just had one plastic bag, and I don't know, do they have problems? Because in my city, for example, we have problems with the drainage system because people throw lots of garbage in the streets, and then it like the drainage system doesn't work anymore because it's full of garbage, and then when it rains, the whole city floods. So if you go to a poor community and you say, well, you should use a recyclable plastic bag, the person's going to be like, okay, what does it have to do with me? Like, I don't care. It's so superficial. I have much bigger problems. But if you can relate that plastic bag to that plastic bag that's in this drain, like this sewage system that's going to flood her house, you're going to be, yeah, but just like listen to me for a little bit. Like you see, this plastic bag is going to go somewhere, and then it's going to do this thing, and then it's going to come back to your house when it floods. So if you can find a link to make people care, people care. Like people can actually care for it. You know? Yeah.
I'm doing research today, and I'm working. I just finished my field work. I'm looking at attitudes of non-Korean students and how they perceive the sustainable climate change issue. As in our community, the Korean community, where students are like more engaged in environmental protection, they think that if non-Korean students don't care. And so I developed this interview and a focus group where I brought both like teams together and start talking about sustainable development issues and climate change. And the most like interesting thing happened that they started to talk about the issues and why the non-Korean students are not able to do something. And of course, then we have to allow people to have access to information. They are going to university countries, they don't get much recycle and stuff. And it was a very nice way of talking to each other and having discussion without like blaming and making people feel guilty. And they have the chance to express what they feel. And after that, I like had them write an testimonials about the discussion, highlighting our discussion about the organization. And maybe not the majority, not all of them, but some of them, for instance, said that okay, I'll try to be more aware of it. Now I understand what you are saying, and that these people saying, like, in the meeting and wanting to share us, and they make us understand what's the problem, and we will care more, and we will recycle more, and we will take an active stand in regards to sustainability. But yeah, great.
It's pretty cool what the results that you get from people when you actually stop to have an actual conversation without guilt and without blaming and without like actually putting people into boxes, treating people as people. And the results are just amazing. And that's the thing I think sometimes with being an environmentalist, sometimes we are like labeled as being annoyed and being like, oh, the people who just think about the environment. And that's not the case. So why do we send this message? If we know that that's not the case, like there is a communication thing going on, like communication problem like between us, the environmentalists, and the rest of the people. And I think that what I would like to ask you and to invite you to do is to break those barriers, like talk to people as people, talk to human beings as from a human being to another human being. And like, yes, I'm an environmentalist, but I'm also a person, and I would like to talk to you from a person to a person. And if you could listen, I would love to listen to you back. So I think that's what's lacking nowadays, and especially with climate change. That's my invitation for you. Thank you. Yep. Yes, sure. Yeah. So, so actually, I work with two NGOs. One is National, which is the NGO I'm representing here. We do capacity building with youth, and we I used to be the climate coordinator, but right now I'm just a normal volunteer. And what we do is that we do these capacity buildings. We open our organization to listen, to use what do they want, what do they think of climate change, and we're going to represent them at the top. Like what do they want us to take to the top? That's the point of it. And there is this other organization which is called St. Louis. In Portuguese, it's like green light, and it's Portuguese for like green light. Green light in Portuguese is St. Louis. And the second organization, that's the organization I work with children. And in this organization, I am like the general director, like the so I don't really implement the project. I coordinate everyone, and I'm always present while I'm always present in communities because I think that's something that I don't want to ever miss. Like I'm here, but I make case of being there also because I think that when I had this for me when I lose touch with the ground, I lose my north somehow. But I don't really implement the projects. We have like 10 projects going on. One is this surfing board one, and then we have the drama project. We have a project where we take composting and like gardens, sustainable gardens to schools from public schools. And we have like political representation also. We are in the academy, so we do research about our field work. And yeah, we've been developing like at least 10 projects. Like, if you want, we can talk more about it. But me as general coordinator, I just like coordinate everyone and help everyone with like funding and applying for things. So it's more of an office work, my work. But also I'm always there because I want to be there because I want to know what's happening. So yeah. Anyone else? So yeah, guys, that's it. Thank you so much for listening, and that's my position for you today. And lots of love for you in your life and your work and with climate change too.